Right, guys, welcome back, and I have a new webcam, and it looks fantastic on the screen. And even see my wrinkles because I'm getting old. You can see I've actually got hair, which is unusual for me. Look, it just continues all the way around; it doesn't stop. So yeah, if anyone's in the chat, let us know if you can hear me okay, if you can see everything all right. Is the picture a bit better? It certainly looks better. From what I can see anyway, so give us a thumbs up if everything's looking good. So tonight I'm just working on a few random bits and pieces. I've got some Castellan robots here, which I got from Sharpie, but we've got fists and flamers, which I don't want. I want phosphors, so I need to cut these fists off and replace them with the phosphor blasters. So that's what I'm going to be working on. I've got a plague furnace, which I'm working on for Michael. And I have two changelings, which I'm going to be working on as well. I don't know what I'm going to get done, but we shall see. What should we start with? I think I need to start with chopping off these fists on Stephen Dunn. Crisp and clear. Brilliant. And the camera is a massive, massive thank you, of course, as a donation from Mr. Rick Lewis. So it's just resting on top of my TV at the moment. But what I want, ideally, is to get some sort of form of tripod, so I can like go sort of table down whilst painting and stuff as well. So yeah, quite impressed with it. It was only £30, and yeah, I'm really impressed with it. Stephen, what are you working on? Wargame Online. Sam, I presume. Hello. Hope Phil's doing better. I haven't managed to catch many videos. I've had a bit of a hectic weekend, to be honest. But yeah, I've got lots of stuff to be working on. That's without even getting to my own stuff. My ghost keel is almost finished. I just need to do the airbrushing on the gun on the end of here. And then he needs basing up. I've got 20 Fire Warriors done, an Ethereal, Cadre Fire Blade, 9 stealth teams, and a handful of drones as well. So hopefully they won't be far off. But yeah, I'm a bit, I don't know what the word is, unprepared, unfocused maybe, might be the right word. But yeah, I'm just going to try and plod on and get some bits and pieces done. So, Sam, what are you working on? I know you've been posting in the Wargamer Online group loads and loads of pictures, so much so that I haven't even been able to keep up with it between work and obviously doing everything else that I've got on the go as well. Stephen Dunn just base coat 2 devilfish and 2 hammerheads, cleaned up the 139 ready for pin. What's the 139? Is that the Supremacy? That thing's beastly. And I feel like I need some clippers, and I've got no idea where my clippers actually are. The joys of a ginormous hobby desk. Let's have a look. I don't know where my clippers have gone at all. This is bad. I don't want to just... Oh, no, not there. Got them. Got them. Yep, the Supremacy armor. Just finished ordering, shopping, and about to start some psychers for Rachel's custodian army. What psychers are you doing? No, Sisters of Silence aren't psychers. I presume just like Inquisitors or something. It's very quiet without Phil. The new camera is boss. Cheers, Macca. Massive thank you to Rick Lewis for it. Couldn't have done it without him. So a huge, massive thank you, like I said, to Rick for the donation, allowing me to get the camera. And I was just saying, Macca, actually, if I can get myself a tripod or something, I'll be able to go sort of table down with it. Actually, Sam, if you're still watching, what do you recommend? Because the camera I'm getting, It doesn't have any like screw clips or anything on it. It's just one that sort of looks as though it rests on top of your monitor or something. Astro Telepathica Primaris ones, really classic, but adds a couple of HQ to their army. Yeah, definitely. And are Custodians troops or are they elites? Because with the troops, that would be absolutely nuts to get a battalion in. So I feel bad totally hacking away at these fists, but yeah, unfortunately they're not what I want. And if I could get them off in one piece, I would be more than happy to take them off in one piece, but it doesn't look as though they're going to come off in one bit. Yeah, troops. Wow, that's nuts. Try a mantis with a clamp for the camera. I have no idea what that is. But if you can send us a link to one, Stephen, that would be fantastic. How are we doing, pal? Ladies, hello, my friend. I'm doing very good. I'm working on a few bits and pieces for myself, as well as a couple of commissions that I'm doing. I've got 2 changelings here. I've got a plague furnace, and I'm working on a couple of oh man, what they're called? Castellan robots. Maybe one designed for phones or a clamp might work. I used a Manfrotto stand, but it has a standard camera mount. Yeah, I've got a little tripod for me phone somewhere, actually. I'm not sure where it is off the top of my head. But the camera doesn't have anything to like clip onto it, so I might have to work around that somehow. But we'll see. I'll certainly give it a go for next time. I'm set up properly to do some painting and stuff. This was like literally just to find out if the camera works well. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with it, to be honest. Like I said, you can even see the wrinkles on my head. So yeah. I don't even know what to say. Somebody ask me something. Because I'm at a bit of a loss, to be honest. My right-hand man's not here. I'm not used to him. Is Phil joining tonight? I messaged him, but this was just total random thing, so I've got no idea what he's actually doing. I'll message him now. We'll see who else we can get to join us, though, because I know there's a couple of people that would be willing. Maka, I wish you would get yourself a webcam, because then you could join in as well. And Shane Sanderson, Shane, if you're watching, you could have joined in. I'm more than happy to have viewers online as well if they want to come and sit and join in and co-host. I'm more than happy for people to come and do that. So we'll see though. And Mikey, hi mate, do you have a good idea for your NWO list? Maka, I've basically going to take the Harlequins, which is basically going to be all of them, apart from like one Jester and one Seer. What are your thoughts on returning to 40k in 8th? Is it best to wait for all codexes to emerge? No, dive straight in. The indexes are ideal to get started with. Codexes are going to be good. They're going to give a little buff to your army, but it's not going to change that much. You're basically going to get some extra stratagems and things like that. For the minute, though, if you've already got an army, or if you're just thinking about getting one, just pick some units that you think look cool. Practically everything is viable in 8th. Practically everything. And even if it's not, doesn't matter, as long as you have fun. But no, I wouldn't wait for the codex. You've got a brand new edition. Get familiar with the actual game rules. Play a few games and stuff. And then obviously the minor changes that will come in when your codex does drop. You're not having to learn everything at that point. You're not behind the times when that comes out. You can just jump straight in, make the few amendments, learn a couple of new stratagems and command points. FAQ, how good is it? You tell me, Maka, because you've read the Chaos one. I like the fact that the Games Workshop have jumped straight on the fly spam and basically went, no. But then at the same time, I don't, like, if you've got, for example, Death Watch, if you've got a Corvus, right, and you've only got 3 kill teams and 2 or 3 characters and stuff, your kill teams go, but your Corvus is still in hover mode. Like, I've won games because I've had Storm Ravens left. So whilst I agree it's good that they've acknowledged that the Raven spam, I think it maybe could have been dealt with a little bit differently rather than just going, oh, if you've got nothing but flyers, game over. So yes and no. Most of the other changes that I've seen were just common sense ones, like giving the Shadow Seer the mask keyword so you can go in transport and benefit from the buffs from the other characters. I think they gave the Ravager the rule for the flying base thing, basically where you measure from the model itself instead. Other than that, I think most of it was pretty self-explanatory. Let's have a look. Okay, so I asked Liam if Liam could join us. Liam's not available, unfortunately. Let's have a look. I missed some more of the messages. Could it not just have been one victory point, maybe D3 if you kill everything but flyers? I like that they immediately address the flyer issue. That move makes me feel like GW doesn't go for the play to win model. I do agree, but I think I love that they've addressed it as quick as what they have. I wouldn't necessarily say I like the ruling. I like it as far as people who take 5 Storm Ravens are concerned. I don't like it for the fact that if you've only got 1 flyer in your list and you've got like an elite army and your flyer takes up a good portion of your points, like Death Watch, if you've only got a flyer left, then I don't like the fact that that it's game over if you've only got your flyer. In that instance, no, I don't like it. But other than that, like I said, I love the fact that they've addressed it straight away. I'm messaging people to see who else we can get on. But yeah, honestly, fire questions away at me, guys. I'm going to be here building, painting, doing all sorts. How many viewers have we got? 9. Quiet night. Normally about 12 or 15 at this point, but nevertheless, thank you very much for tuning in. What's everybody working on? I'm doing Castle and Robots at the minute, and I just realised I've left my plastic glue downstairs, so I'm going to have to super glue these on. Let's have a look. All right, Tom can't join us either. Right, here we go. A few questions. Even though I've been working on building my gaming table tonight, almost done. Great job, Blackjack. Going to be doing my print off of word bearers. Nice one, Mikey. Last of my NWO Tower just painting up now, and weirdies. So used to have Blood Angels, Black Legion, Tempted to do Nids. Any recommendations as I want an army that's snooty but close combat animals? Space Wolves look pretty good still. I haven't looked into them massively, but they still look pretty cool. Blood Angels at the minute can be built reasonably well with Sanguinary Guard and Death Company. I'm interested to see what the Blood Angels will get for their chapter tactics, though. Based on the Space Marine stuff that's come out, I'm pretty happy with a lot of it. And I'm quite excited about what could come for Blood Angels, to be honest. So, yeah, really excited about that. But I just hope they just don't take the easy way out and just go, here's something. And it's like, no, it's not that great. Stephen Dunn played against Imperial Fist yesterday, was winning all the way through until the last two tactical Marines shot my Marine off an objective on turn 5, caused you to lose game. Yeah, I found that the way games go now, like neither of you have much left after turn 3. And then turn 4 and 5 is basically who can hang on the longest and kill those last few units or models. That's the way that the game seems to be going. I played a game with Tom on Saturday, and my word, it was brutal. He took the, I won't spoil the game for you, but basically he had a Kalidas Assassin, which meant that every time I used a command point on a 4+, it would cost me an extra command point to use. By the end of turn 1, I was down to like 2 out of 9 command points. Mike B, I've been watching the narrative closely and especially Fallen stuff closely. Do people think they're going to get their own codex? I don't know. There's so few units. Like, even with the Eldar stuff coming out, I'm a little bit unsure how they're going to treat the Eldar stuff, because Harlequins and Yunari have only got like 6-7 pages in the index. So it wouldn't make sense for each of them to have their own codex. But I don't know. Maka, damn, that's dirty. What's dirty? Oh, the Kalidas Assassin. Yeah. Some of my rolling was absolutely shocking as well. And honestly, by the end of turn 3, I was ready to call the game, but I kept going with it. And you'll actually hear in my voice when the game was being recorded as well. I mean, I was exhausted to begin with because I'd been awake all night. I hadn't slept. But yeah, the whole game started out horribly. Do you know what? It turned into one of the most back and forth games that I have ever played. Vanguard or Rangers, is it worth taking 10 to 20 of them, or take more Castellans and Dune Crawlers with Call? Also, Admech lacks a bit of close combat. Yeah, they do lack a bit of close combat. Unfortunately, the Infiltrators and Ruststalkers took a massive hit. Ruststalkers don't do anywhere near as much damage as what they used to. Infiltrators aura doesn't do anything like what it used to do. Power Fist Castellans are canny. I played the game against Phil the other day. I built an Admech list, actually, with Phil, and he is attending a tournament on Saturday at Battle Bunker with his nids, and he wanted to test his tournament list out. So I was like, all right, cool, bring it. And I ran an Admech list, and it was powerful. I almost tabled Phil, but he won the mission. So yeah, it can be so, I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's a lot of good options for Admech, but it depends on how you want to play, really. Don't know how to fix this. Yeah, Harleys look great now. Wish they'd give Eldar, Dark Eldar, and Harlequins more units. Yes and no. Harlequins should have had a little bit more. Hopefully they'll get a release. I know Gav Thorpe tweeted about Yanari, so hopefully there'll be something good coming out for them. But yeah, I love me Harlequins, and I'm going to be taking them to the NWO. They are good, but they're not game breaking. They're not ridiculously powerful. They're good. But I love the look of my Harlequins, and they always seem to grab attention whenever I take them anywhere. So I'm going to the NWO, and if you're not aware already, I am going to No Retreat in Gibraltar, and I'm taking the Harlequins to both because I just want to enjoy the time that I'm there. I'm going down to Southport, obviously, to the NWO. I'm going to be catching up with Macca. Alistair Everett's going to be there. Obviously, Martin McNeil, it's his shop. I'm going to be meeting up with Aceface. And I'm literally going to socialise. I'm not going to go and worry about winning the tournament. I don't care. If I win or lose my games, I'm just going to go and try and enjoy myself. I've had a long, busy, tough year. College plus work has been brutal. So I'm going literally just to use it as fun. The Harlequins will grab people's attention. I'll meet people and hopefully just have a really good time. So what box set would you recommend to buy as a starter box? It depends. If you're talking about starting an army, absolutely grab a Start Collecting box set. Can't go wrong with a Start Collecting box set at all. If you can still find them, some GWs will still have in the squad and transport box. Rick Lewis, thank you very much for the camera, Rick. I sincerely appreciate it. And I'm glad that it's crystal clear. It's much better than the built-in one on my laptop. And unfortunately, the only reason I don't like it is because you can see the wrinkles on my forehead. But yeah, basically. So massive thank you, Rick. Honestly, I really do appreciate the donation that you made. So yeah, but on another note as well, the lads that donated for us to make the backdrops, Macca, Alistair, Tony, Will, and Shane, me and Tom filmed the first battle report with the backdrops. You've already seen the backdrops in action with Phil's little overview of my AdMech. So the battle report will be coming not this week, but it'll be next week because my schedule's about 2 weeks behind at the moment. So yeah, that's how things look. But it was I was very impressed with it. Let's have a look. Right, Phil is going to be joining us. So give me 2 seconds. I need to open Facebook and send Phil the link. Philip J. Fry from your head glare. It's because I've got that light there. That's why. When it updates. Yeah, there's about a 10-second delay, I think, on the yeah, there's about a 10-second delay. Here we go. He's Philly.
He is Philly.
Your mic's off, mate.
The mic's off, man.
Can't hear you.
You hear me now?
Oh, wait. It's because I've got the TV on mute. Damn, this isn't going to work because if I unmute the TV, wait there, I can mute it on YouTube, can't I? 2 seconds.
Hey.
Phil!
Hey.
Now I can hear you.
Hey.
How the hell are you?
I'm all right.
Good. What have you been up to?
Not much. Just finishing off the heads beside here.
I still don't know if I'm entering. I might.
Well, you've been practicing with my list. That's a bit.
You've changed your list anyway, and besides, you won that game, so it's fine.
Nah, you're not allowed to. You know, because I don't want to face an admit list. You know,
well, don't go shouting it about, eh?
you got to play Sean.
I've got to.
Yeah, you're playing Sean.
I know, but I kind of want to enter the tournament now.
Too bad. Playing Sean.
We shall see. So, what have you been up to today, Phil?
Hitting Neds, getting them all finished.
All day?
Yeah.
You done any more of your character overlords?
A little bit.
Maka says 5k subs, well done, mate. Yeah, thank you very much, Maka. Yeah, I've just literally hit 5k subs overnight, I think. So it's hard to believe that like 5-6 weeks ago when I got the 8th edition rules early, I was only at like 3,400 subs. And I'm getting like, 1,300 in a month. That's insane. That's like really insane.
New FAQ came out as well.
Yeah, we discussed that a little bit, but I didn't go through it all. I had a quick look through it. What did you like or dislike about the FAQ, Phil?
The Corvus changes for the Deathwatch was really interesting.
Yeah, the nerfed that a bit from what I've seen.
I haven't nerfed it. I mean, so before it was just you get rerolled save rolls of 1 against units that shoot at you that have a fly keyword. Now you just reroll all your save rolls of 1 when you're supersonic. So if you go down a hover, you don't get the rerolls of 1.
Ah, right. Metal Madness Gaming, which is Will Galloway, has just joined us. He says, your video quality is way better, fella. Thanks very much, Will. And like I said, that was courtesy of the donation for Mr. Rick Lewis. Give Mr. Rick Lewis a round of applause, everybody. So thank you very much. And if Will has just joined us, I've just been saying there as well, Phil, that me and Tom played on Saturday. And we played using the backdrops that was made with the donation from Will, Maka, Shane, Alistair, and Tony. And it was interesting. It was a very... The game was actually insane, wasn't it? I mean, Phil was there.
Tom's a chicken shite.
Yeah, because he runs away all the time.
But he brought someone that really knocked you off in the first 2 turns as well.
Yeah, actually as well. Question for everybody, right? Especially there's Grey Knight players here. So in the Grey Knight list, it says that you take the Space Marine Librarian, right? And you use all of the war gear options and everything from the Space Marine Librarian in Terminator armor. So Tom was like, all right, cool.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Terminator Librarian can take a Storm Shield, 15 points. He was like, hell yeah, I'm giving him a Storm Shield. So I was like, all right, cool. But then in the Grey Knight entry, it says he can take a Nemesis Force Stave. However, the Nemesis Force Stave says that if a model is equipped with this item, add 1 to its invulnerable saves.
Okay, 5 pinball. My lighting. Showing my lighting. It's actually fine. Yeah.
It's just because it's not as bright and intense as mine. I don't think you've got a daylight bulb on your desk like what I have you?
Well, I don't have a lamp on my desk for starters. The room is all blue. The light's sort of centered. It's got like a cream lampshade over it. Then the curtains are like dark. So like the whole room feels smaller than what it actually is. It's quite big. But I've got really good eyesight. Like I think I'm the only one in my family who doesn't need glasses. Like both sides. Like the only one who doesn't need glasses, and I've got really good eyesight. Like I think I got like a fucking fork scratch my eye, and my eye's still like 100% perfect. Still, like every time I go to the optician, so it's like I've just got immortal eyes. I've got the Achilles version of eyes, and it's just got good eyes.
I just want to try something, right? Let's see how this is. Oh, the camera's getting warm. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's not bad, actually. It doesn't want to focus. I've got no idea how to get this to focus. Any idea how to get the webcam to focus, anyone? John has joined us. Says, yo, dog. Sam, gonna dash, speak soon. Yeah, mate, speak to you soon. Enjoy whatever you are up to. I want to put the webcam back. I'm going to try to put it back at least.
I was just going through the last season of Black Sails, so
I never watched it.
Good, like. I love their take on Blackbeard's death as well.
It's basically Long John Silver and Blackbeard and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, and Captain. It's basically it's a 4-season prequel to Treasure Island. For Blackbeard's death, like John, like the common tale is like he gets his head cut off and then he jumped into the water, swam around the boat 3 times, and then got back on and kept on fighting. That's like the big story tale. But what his ship got overrun and captured, and he was strung to one bit of rope, and then the rope goes all around the ship and attaches to his legs. And what they do is the captain says that he drops him down, just like rubs him across the bottom of the boat with all like those hardened shells and things like that. And then they bring him back up, and he looks absolutely torn to pieces. And they drop him down, and then they go, all right, who's next? And then Teach breathes, and they like coughs and things like that. And they're like, all right, again. So they do it again, and they do the raking around the boat, and they bring him back up, and he's like, and he comes back and he just falls flat on the deck. And then they start moving Jack Rackham down, who's like another famous pirate. And then just before they deattach Blackbeard to it, Blackbeard breathes again and coughs again. So they do it a 3rd time, and then they pull him back up, and he's dead, and they take him off the chain, and then he coughs again. And at this point, you can see the bone, and then this bag that was over his head is not there anymore, and he opens his eye and spits out his teeth and shit like that. And the captain realizes this like Blackbeard was hard to kill and just shoots him and doesn't do it to the rest of the people because he just can't. Because it just seems like they're unkillable. So it's like Blackbeard just got like raked underneath a boat with like all those shells and shit underneath it for like 4 times in a row. It didn't drown, didn't die after having his like whole body torn to shreds. And it was like, yes, that's Blackbeard. It was awesome.
That's called keel hauling.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch. Like,
Weirdy says, you've seen the video from Tabletop Tactics with Gulliman in. Yes, I did. I enjoyed watching it. I watched it and didn't go to sleep. So I was kind of a bit spaced out when I watched it, but I did enjoy it. It was very brutal. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some more Primaris Marines. I have pre-ordered the Aggressors, the Reavers, and the Dreadnought already. And the rumours have it that the Chaplain, Apothecary, and the Repulsor is for pre-order this coming weekend. Again, I'll be picking up each of those. So that probably means that the weekend after that will be the other Interceptors, the other Hellblasters, and probably the multi-part Intercessor squad, because the Intercessors, if you watch Winter's SEO review of the Codex, the intercessors can take 2 different bolt guns. One of them is an assault bolt gun, which lets you run and still shoot, and then the other one's just a normal one.
There was one where it was like in the trailer, there was one which kind of looked like it was like a bolt with a combi bolter underneath it as well.
Yeah, that might be the Assault 2 one.
I was expecting to be like a dual bolt rifle or something like that, or like it was like a heavy bolter or something like that.
Yeah, so obviously I'm going to be picking up all of them for sure. And then, of course, I'm going to be absolutely broke because got myself some Reavers for this Saturday. Nice one, Steve. Yeah, I'm going to be absolutely broke because obviously going down to Southport, my hotel spends. Yeah, I'm going to be broke.
The repulsor should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the repulsor actually.
Repulsor should be interesting. I heard it's about it. Like I thought it was going to be kind of like the size of a Predator, but hearing that it's probably going to be the size of a Land Raider just deters me away from it.
Yeah, I don't know what the prices are, but I think it's probably going to be. What? Liam, Mr. I wasn't starting a new army. I'm not starting a new army. I'm expanding me Blood Angels. If I was starting a new army, I'd have painted them a different chapter. Which, by the way, after I saw all the chapter tactics, I was like, yeah, I really should have.
Yeah, well, you could always use them as I think it was like the Firestorms or something like that, where it was look like Blood Angels, but like the kneecap downwards was like yellow and the whole helmet was yellow. Something like that. I can't remember their names. And they're like Salamander successors. So it's like,
yeah,
that's probably the closest to your scheme.
We'll see. We'll see. So when you come around on Thursday for this game that we're going to have, we're going to do Blood Angels versus Tyranids.
Classic
matchup. Favorite matchup of mine and Phil's. First ever game that we played and first ever game that we filmed was that. And of course, we did that on Warhammer TV. And it's an old classic matchup, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah.
Are you bringing your tournament list? Is it revamped?
Might. I changed it up a little bit.
Well, I'll be bringing a few things. I don't think I'll bring any Primaris, but we shall see. I have a question. How many wounds does a Malanthrop have?
Don't know.
Is it like, well, it's less than 10, obviously.
8. Yeah, it's definitely 8. Definitely 8.
Yeah, the game that we played the other day, I decided to shoot some Castellan robots at something. Was it your Zoanthropes that were next to the Malanthrop or your Hive Guard? Something, and I changed the protocols to let them fire twice, right? So like 9 shots per robot. That was 18 shots for 2 robots, right? So because of the way modifiers work, I was hitting on 4s, re-rolling because of call, but they're -1 to 5s. So any 4s that I rolled initially were like basically tough. You can't re-roll them, which is bull, but that's the way that they've done it. So, but hitting on 4s isn't so bad, right? With a ballistic skill of 4+. But when you're then at -1 and you're only hitting on 5s, even with that many shots.
How does it feel to be an all carry?
I want some Age of Sigmar orcs. I want to expand my beast claws into orcs, but I want to do them blue.
Bleh. Bleh. Wait for my freaking shit to dry. Oh, I saw out the bases for my other 2 frigates.
All right. Is that what the stems that I gave you?
Yeah. They're better than what they were before. Still a little bit unbalanced, which is a bit shitty. But they can actually stand up now.
Yeah.
So that's good. I think I figured out how I'm going to base them. I'll have to do some test stuff on that. But
what you thinking?
What is this? Well, because I've got cork on it, I'm going to be spraying the bases, grey, Mechanicus grey, and then I'm going to go with some Astro Granite, and I've got to have some of the plastic base stuff that you get from GW on them as well.
Plastic base.
Yeah, so it's like the base decorations, they're like runes and shit.
Oh, the actual bases.
Yeah. No, not the bases. It's stuff that you could decorate the bases with.
Yeah, but that comes in the base kit, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not the actual bases; it's the like decorating kit.
All right. Can I recommend that you don't buy more Mechanicus grey spray for bases? I recommend the dark grey car primer from the pound shop.
Well, I'm spraying the entire model Mechanicus grey for the primer anyway.
Ah, fair enough then. If you've already got it, fair enough.
No, there's no reason past that. It's mainly so that I don't have to. It gets all the cork done, and then I've got the ruins there, which kind of be like a beigeish, creamish ruins. Adding the Astro Granite in there, then it's going to be in patches. So like sort of, there's going to be other patches where it's the stone and mud. There's going to be grass on there. I'm really good. I'm going to try and do it using full GW stuff. Like I got some. It's like a circular tub of like small white rocks as well. So I have these like little rocks that I'll be able to decorate with, which I'll do before spraying them, which should be good. And I could do that on all.
Whilst I think it's nice that GW have a good range of basing materials, right? It's very rare I actually use stuff from GW for basing. The Army Painter basing products are fantastic, like the static grass, the snow, the tufts of grass, everything like that is brilliant. The GW base and paints are really good. So, I totally agree with that. But for me, I'd rather use a load of shit.
To do the sand thing. So normally, like my Zinch, I actually went and did the sand, painted the sand, then had to wash the sand, and then I add like my grass to it. So it's like doing all that sand bit is just done with one, texture paint thing. So.
See, another thing that I've done is PVA glue and sharp sand straight on the base, wash it with Agrax, done.
So, yeah. All the trailers from Comic-Con were really good as well.
I watched the Thor one. I watched the Justice League one. I seen the leak for the Avengers one.
I have to admit, the one that was the worst would have to be the Walking Dead Season 8 one.
Right, well, don't talk about Series 7 because I haven't watched it and I don't know what happens in it.
The trailer started off all right. Like, the only music in it, or like audio for even that matter, was kind of like this drum beat that was going slow and then just got like speeding up and speeding up and speeding up. And then just came to this another trailer, basically because I had the trailer separate. And I think it was just bad. There was something right at the end of that trailer. It basically showed Rick back in the hospital for some reason with this longer beard and sort of trimmed down haircut and flowers and a walking cane and shit. And then everyone's like, "Oh, please don't let it be a fucking coma. Please don't let him wake up from a coma." Something like that. That would be the fucking ending ever. Steve Dunn, you should give Lamar a go. Killed Lysander yesterday in one round of combat.
I did give Lamar a go previously against Tom, and Tom smashed him. But it was with Drago, so.
The best trailer to come out of E3, even though Infinity War was really good, Thor Ragnarok trailer was 10 times great. The Thor Ragnarok.
It's very, very 80s where there was worked.
It was like, I like the choice of Hulk getting the storyline in Thor and actually speaking for once. And it was like amazing hearing Hulk speak. Then, Valkyrie, her accent was mint. That's exactly how Valkyrie should have been. But like the fact that the person that they cast for her, the person who is cast as her is like the exact opposite of what she looks like in the comics. So in the comics, she's supposed to be like pale as starlight and blonde as fuck hair, and now she's like black hair type thing, and not as elegant and angel-like. But in the trailer, we kind of see like it kind of looks like she's fallen from her previous position. So it's like, and then her outfit is not like the silver and black with the blue cape. It's just like all white and yellow. So they've done a lot of changes on the character.
Is that the bad guy?
No, Valkyrie. It's a good lass that is
right.
And the bad guy is like literally just pulled straight out of the comics. Like there's nothing changed about it. But Valkyrie's like there's a lot changed, and creative license and shit like that. Do whatever you want to envision. But I don't know whether I'm all right with it. I feel like I'll be fine with it when it gets to the cinema, and I'll be like, oh yeah, she's a great Valkyrie. I just don't know whether I'm fine with the look. Like the blue cape was so awesome. I think she might have the blue cape in the film, but I'm not sure. And then of course she didn't have swords when she fought. She had this like sort of spear, and that's what made it different from like. It's like you look at all the Thor heroes, and like the Warriors 3. There was a guy with a double axe. There's a guy with like a mace. There's a guy with like supposed to be like a fencing type sword. You've got Sif, who has her sword and shield, and it's the fact that Valkyrie's got swords now as well. And it's like she had the spear, Thor had the hammer, so it's like they all had their own one. So I'm just like nitpick, and then Loki had his daggers, So it's like it's a bit weird, but I think I'm going to be fine with it. Hela looks great. Surtur looks amazing. He'll be fun. He'll be fun to see. Fenris Rolf looked great as well. Just all around good. The music was also fantastic for it, how they chose for it. And then the Infinity War trailer, as good as it was, Thor just beat it really. But that Infinity War trailer is not with like everything filmed that they chose all the best parts from. It was like the stuff they had filmed. Like I think in the panel they said that was literally everything they had filmed essentially. So it was like, wow, okay, that's something. It looked good. I'm a bit unsure on Thanos' look because he isn't covered in all in armor. It looks like he's just like got back from like working at the mechanic shop and just fixing up his little jet car or something like that. Like he hasn't got his gold armor all over him that we saw at the end of the first Avengers or in the comics. So I'm like, where's your armor, dude? We didn't see any of the Black Order, which I was upset about. But like, they got statues of the graphics done, so I don't know whether it's just like they haven't translated that into like motion or something like that. So I feel like we'll see them in like an official trailer. But pretty interesting there. The Hulkbuster got like skinnier, like, sort of like more elegant, if that's the right word to use for him. And I was like, the Hulkbuster was like this huge, big, bulking robot thing. So I was a bit mad about that. I did like seeing Vision sort of cowering behind like a wall and things like that, especially when he's starting to get big for his boots in like Civil War and almost acting like a god. And now we're seeing him cower. So it's like, are we going to see like and he didn't die, so it kind of looks like he hasn't got the Infinity Stone in his head, but he hasn't died. So it'll be interesting to see what Vision can do without his powers. Kind of like an Iron Man 3 moment. We got to see fucking Chris Evans, Captain America, with like a flocky beard, which was pretty interesting to see. There wasn't much else in the trailer other than they might have spoiled Thor Ragnarok with the trailer because they had Thor land on like the front of the Milano from the Guardians of the Galaxy, like right at the beginning of the trailer. So it's like, so at the end of Thor Ragnarok, we know Thor's gonna be like flying through space during something. And I have it a bet it's probably that Asgard gets blown to pieces and he gets flinged off Asgard or something like that. But Hulk also has to find his way back home because we saw that in the trailer. So we got them two little bits that we need to see. We saw Loki being the little bitch he is, giving the Tesseract to Thanos. So we know Thanos has the Tesseract. So we know he's definitely got one.
There's only been 4 Infinity Stones revealed so far, though, hasn't there?
5 out of the 6. Like we don't know where the Soul Stone is.
Oh yeah, because hang on. So yes, because the Time Stone was Doctor Strange, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we did see the Collector's sort of place sort of destroyed, so he might have the Aether, and that could explain the whole Red Planet. I don't know where they are in that Red Planet, so that could be the Aether messing with reality type thing. And then getting the Mind Stone from Vision equals 3, so getting the others may be interesting. Like you'll have to go to the Nova Core, so I could see him grabbing the Power Stone before he even reaches there. Like he'll just have it. And then I'm just trying to think of what else is in there. Oh yeah, and he pulled a part of the moon down upon the Avengers. That was interesting. Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit. Trying to think of all the other moments. Oh yeah, Black Widow's blonde now. That was generally it. Other than seeing like there was like a lot of Tony Stark, a lot of Star Lord, a lot of the Guardians of the Galaxy. The Guardians of the Galaxy had quite a big part in that, but like Thanos has been more part of them than anything else really. So, and then of course we saw the Outriders, which is essentially like another Chitauri-like army, but the sort of the ones that scour the whole universe looking for the Infinity Stones. And we saw like all of Black Panther's army, and there's been a lot of characters from Black Panther that are being announced to be in Infinity War. So
I think that the last stone is going to be found in Black Panther.
yeah, I think because he even had like in his father said when he was talking with his father, and his father died, and was talking to I think it was Black Widow he was talking to. I was like, you know, death isn't an end point; it's sort of a stepping stone, it's like step off point. So I kind of feel like maybe that in the vibranium little mine area, there might be the last Infinity Stone. Maybe, possibly, might not. We don't know. And so that was good. The Justice League trailer looked canny. They had a lot of new footage in that. A lot of new comedy in that. I did like little flashes, little bit where it was like, you know, all you guys have killed people. All I do is run around pushing people over, and it's like, wow, yeah. So that was pretty good. And then Aquaman was awesome as well in that trailer. I think he's going to steal the film, to be honest. Trying to think of other stuff that was shown at Comic-Con that was good. Oh, there's a film coming out called Ready Player One, which absolutely
because my favorite ever song is the main theme tune for it, Rush YYZ.
So many Easter eggs in it, and like the graphics looked absolutely phenomenal. So I think that's gonna be like and it's the new Cyclops actor who's playing the main actor in it as well. So maybe it could be good. The trailer for Gifted, the X-Men TV show, looked canny as well. Finally going to get to see Polaris in the universe, which will be awesome. I think that was generally it at Comic-Con that made an impact on us as well. Oh, and the Goodbye 12th Peter Capaldi trailer was really good as well. Oh, and yeah, the Christmas special trailer, Twice Upon a Time.
For what?
For Doctor Who, Twice Upon a Time it's called.
Oh.
So it looked good. Look, Bill's going to be in it. Well, at the end of the last episode, she didn't. The Doctor thinks he's dead, but she goes off scouting through space with a puddle, and that's actually truth. It's not me rephrasing it. She literally goes through space with a puddle. So we'll see her. We don't know what the both Doctors are fighting. So we'll see Polly. What?
I didn't see the last episode, so did you say both Doctors?
Yeah.
Why is the two Doctors?
So the episode is supposed to be it's sort of set in two different time zones.
Right.
So it is during the 12th Doctor's last moments and before the first Doctor regenerates. And it's sort of like them two's about to regenerate. Them two don't want to change, and them two have stumbled upon themselves. And I think it's in the middle of World War II or World War I. I can't remember which one World War it is. And everything's like frozen. Something's gone wrong with time. And two daughters, so it's interesting. Pretty good.
Oh, there, Mikey B says that Gulliman did 30 plus damage in one assault.
We don't know Stephen Dunn. We know that Grey Knight's Codex is next, and then we've got Chaos Space Marine straight after that, and then we've got Death Guard straight after that. So essentially, it's going to be all sort of Marine type stuff released, you know? I don't know, it's Chaos, but the sort of Marine type stuff. I'm hoping after Death Guard, it's not like another Marine one, like Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and Space Wolves, or, you know, one of the other Chaos ones, because it's kind of like, right now, I think we're coming up to like what? It's been when was it released? Was that beginning of June?
17th of June.
Yeah, so we've had a month of it, and we've just got Chaos Space Marines released. and it looks like we're going to have 3 more weeks of Space Marine Primaris released. Now, I don't know whether they're going to be like next week, they're going to start talking about the Grey Knights Codex, and that's released at the same time as some of the other Primaris stuff's released, because they're both sort of Imperium. Because they said there's 10 before December, so during this, like until December or something like that. So it's like, even then we're supposed to get 2 a month, and now it's like we're coming to the end of July, and we'll only have August, September, October, November. We'll only have like 4 months before December. If they're including December, that means that's 2 a month or something like that. So it's like, we'll probably see Death Guard and Kill Space Marines in the same month. We probably will see beginning of August, like first week of August, second week of August, that's when Grey Knight's released. So I
wonder, Phil, if they would wrap all of the Eldar into one.
I don't think so. I'm thinking halfway through September, we'll finish off with Death Guard, or maybe even third week in December, because we know Mortarian's coming. So, and we've got like an artillery piece, we've got the plastic, like the box kits for like the drone, the characters, the Poxwalkers, the Plague Marines, the Death Shroud Terminator. So there's a lot of releases coming for the Death Guard. I don't think they'll shove all that into like 1 week. So it'd be like 2 weeks or 3 weeks if there's more than just that. So we could probably see like October time for the next. Like,
I hope to God they finally release a new Abaddon model.
And well, I don't think they will either. I feel like the Chaos Space Marine release might not come with new models, and that's I know that's probably going to piss people off, but I feel like it'll just come with the chapter tactics, because otherwise we would have heard about them right now, and we've got the Death Guard coming, and we've already seen Death Guard stuff, and rumors of Death Guard stuff and stuff like that, and
but a plastic Abaddon was being rumored since the whole Yannari box set and Gulliman box set and stuff.
It was rumored that it was supposed to be a Triumvirate, and now that the Triumvirates it's all over, like, was that actually true, or was someone just making a hunch? Because they only said the Demon Prince, which, the Demon Prince in the Abaddon said, "Oh, well, we don't know about the third one." It's like, well, who else could have been the third one? So it's like I believe it was just someone trying to take a hunch rather than go for it. Definitely need a new one for Dante the Midget. Yeah, definitely, sure. So in my opinion, I don't think there'll be any new. I don't think there'll be any new models for Grey Knights. I think we might get like an Apothecary Terminator model. Probably the closest thing you'll get, rather than having to buy a Paladin box. You'll probably get a sort of a Grey Knight standalone character boxes or something like that. Maybe something like Voldus interchangeable to make a captain or a Liberian or something like that, and then you've got your Apothecary Terminator or something like that. Or like an ancient maybe in there somewhere. So that's what I can see from the Grey Knights, but I can't see anything else joining them other than Primaris stuff. But they can always take that. So I'm a bit about what could be released for Grey Knights. So unless they add some of the normal Space Marine stuff into them, then after that, I don't think anything's going to come from Chaos Space Marines. I feel like it might be like 2 weeks apart, 3 weeks apart. Chaos Space Marines, Grey Knights, a longer time with Death Guard, and then hopefully a Xenos race, which the only rumors or anything at all, that any squawk we've got about anything else is Eldar from people commenting someplace.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, I could see that, and I think it'll be normal Eldar rather than like Harlequins and Dark Eldar. I think it'll be normal Eldar, and we'll either get Dark Eldar or normal Harlequins after that, or the Wit. So anything could happen. But the only other thing I know of that I've heard about is that Tyranids are not coming until 2018, and also that Xenos is not coming until 2018. So we don't know. Maybe they're just going to get all Imperium stuff out of the way this year, which I don't know what else they could do other than like 1,000 Suns, Admech, Astras, maybe, Ministorum stuff. And that could lead us up to it, but there's still some mystery codexes here and there, unless they start splitting up the Ministorum into like freaking sisters into their own decks, which I don't think they'll do, because they'll want to add their plastic stuff to them so that they start selling, because no one's going to pay 50 quid for a box of 10 sisters. I mean, there's people out there that have, but that's people who are dedicated to a cause or perverted. So it's just like, I wish we knew more. I know it's like Folk Works is coming. That's I wish we knew more of a line. Like, I think Tom basically missed the bullet because he didn't go out and buy the index. Because he said he was going to wait, and his Grey Knights are literally like right round the corner. But for people who went out and bought their Imperium indexes, and then boom, a week later, they're like, "Oh my gosh, Space Speed Codex!" And it's like, "Oh well, there you go." We'd like to see real rifles for firewalls, even just one per squad for some sort of squad support weapon. I disagree. I would think that I would like to see something on like the smaller scale from the crisis suit weapons, like if they got like a smaller, weaker version of the plasma rifle or fusion blaster, or maybe even like a smaller version of like the flame, like something that's like doesn't like the flame is strength 4 D6 I think on a crash suit, so maybe if it's like D3 on a fire warrior or something like that, you could get like one of these per squad or maybe even 2 per squad, something like that. I don't expect them to do the rifles because that's sort of taking away something from the Pathfinders, because then now you're only going to get the Pathfinders for the Marklights rather than also trying to get those snipers in there as well. Plus, since the fire warriors are troops, giving them snipers is a bit weird. I know Guard have it, but I don't know whether Guard's actually going to be more survivable than a Tau. Really?
Space Marine Scouts have snipers.
Yeah, but that's not fire warriors compared to Guardsmen.
I'm pretty sure Ratlins are troops.
No, Guardsmen, not Ratlins. Ratlins are definitely elites. They're definitely not troops.
I don't know that.
Fast attack. I doubt the fast attack. They were elites before 8th as well. So
anyway, let's have some questions from the viewers. Ask away. Anything you want to know, me and Phil will do our best to answer it. Whilst Phil is... are you still painting your Caradron? Oh, sorry, you were doing your NIDS, weren't you? Phil? And he's gone, but he'll be joining us back again shortly, hopefully. But yeah, throw some questions in, guys, and we'll certainly answer what we can. Or, better still, tell us what you want to see. What fights do you want to see? What battle reports do you want to see? I'm trying to finish off these few bits of commission work that I've got so that I can jump back to me Tau. Because I haven't... Phil, you've just come back. You've been gone for like 5 minutes. Pardon me, 5 minutes. Phil?
what?
You've disappeared. You've just come back.
I'm blind, Doyle.
Hey, that was nasty.
They're lying.
Oh, there we go. Hey, guys, what do you think about no auto cannons on dreads? Also, las cannon threads or auto cannon threads? Why is there no...
I know Deathwatch can't take them. Like, Deathwatch don't get access to autocannons on dreads.
Wady says Nids versus Nurgle Space Marines. We can probably arrange that one. Sharpie gets a bit more of his Nurgle painted up because Phil will more than happily play against Sharpie.
I'll beat his dad.
We've got Kablams. Hello, Craig. Hope you're well. Hope the new webcam, courtesy of Rick, is a bit more clear. I'm struggling to get the focus with close-ups on the models, though, so if anyone can help with that, please let me know. And speaking of Rick, he's commented, me and Henry are working up lists for a simple 3-tier campaign. Do you think after each battle all casualties are regenerated or only a percentage to go to the next round? I don't know. It depends on the narrative. You could do kind of like what Mini Wargaming do where, like, I think is it Shadow War that has it, Phil? Where you take like
I don't know anything about Shadow War.
There's something where you roll on a table afterwards if they suffered a wound, and they either like minus a stat line or the minus a wound or something like that.
I know many Wargamer had a campaign where it was the World Engine, and they had a mission where they were trying to get into like, I don't know, like a vault or something like that. I don't know. And what was left over at the end of that mission that got into the vault went into the next game. So he ended up with like squads, like I think it was like 3 Stern Guard and things like that. Like that didn't make up the normal size, but then that was how much that went in. So you could do some of that.
I remember that.
It was good seeing Dave use the Marines. Would like to see him use the Salamanders more. Would have.
I'll admit I haven't watched much mini wargaming for a while.
World Eaters versus Gene Stilco, please.
Hang on, Spratmus says being taken out of the Codex. Dreads cannot change either arm for auto cannons now. What the hell? Oh, Mikey from Hellstone Gamers just built one as well. World Eaters versus Gene Sealer Cult. Well, considering I have next to no World Eaters, and
Thank you, Harry. It's the corn dudes.
Yeah, no, I haven't got that many. I've got like 1 squad of Berserkers and a couple of Marines.
That's not all that's inside of World Eaters. So you're looking at Land Raiders, Defilers, Heldrake.
Yeah, I know, but well, there is a World Eater battle report coming up this week, actually. But it's like literally all the Chaos Space Marines that I've got. So it's not even a decent list. It's just everything I've got. I do have, actually, however, about 30 Marines, most of which are Berserkers, to build, to paint. So if I get them done, then possibly, but there's just so much else that I want to paint at the minute, or that I need to paint, especially with the narrative campaign that me and Phil have got planned as well.
Which I've done no more painting on my Zinch for, so.
Don't worry, I haven't even started the Death Watch. Craig been working on some stencils tonight, loads of great progress. Check Winters, SEO Channel just did a review. Yeah, I did. I watched it the other night, but I totally missed that.
No, you put up a new one.
Oh, another one?
It's like a 10-minute long thing. I haven't watched it yet. I believe it's something like changes or something like that. Between
why would they take out rifle dreads?
Well, what?
Why would they take out rifle dreads, though?
I don't know. I'm not fucking GW. I don't know me. I'm not a Space Marine. Dial. You fool of a took. Fool of a took.
It does seem odd, though, that they would take it out. Watch this, there'll be an FAQ on release day because of it as well. Craig says, do you play AOS, Phil?
I play AOS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does, Craig. He's got Zinch, which he has used on the channel before. He first started with Duarden, actually. And there's a battle report up against Lucy, which was filmed a long time ago now. And you have some Caradron Overlords.
It's a sad day when you realize that the old dwarfs are extremely pathetic compared to every other army.
Yep.
Extremely pathetic. And then they're not going to get any love either. So.
Let's have a look. It does point changes as well, just crunching ideas and scribbling notes tonight, that's all. Keen to get a crack off with some holes. Had a game of AOS at the weekend and got reminded how much fun it is. Age of Sigmar is really fun because it's just straight up easy, no competitive crap, and well, it can be competitive, but it's so easy and just simple to just get into and chuck dice about. Where even if you lose but put in a good performance, you can replace your losses. Or for the campaign thing that Rick was on about.
Wow, 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 wow. Also, for bat reps, are you going to do the Kona campaign? Also, any huge games, a couple of Space Marine chapters, or Mech versus Mastinids, or Orcs or Demons?
There's a big Age of Sigmar game coming up, which I still need to edit. I've been saying that for ages, but I've just been so busy with 40k. In fact, if I can, I'll try and get it edited this week before this week's 40k battle report, because this week's 40k battle report, it's a short one because I went to Newcastle Warlords Gaming Club. So obviously I wasn't filming full dice rolls and everything, so it'll be a short battle report this week. So I'll definitely get that. As for Space Marine chapters on Mech versus Mastinids, Orcs, or Demons, we could quite easily put that together because the amount of Blood Angels and Admech that I've got versus Nids, well, me and Phil can combine our armies easily.
The only problem I have with mass point games is right now, like 2,000 points, the game's decided by turn 3. So I feel like mass point games is going to be decided earlier and it's not going to be about whether you're a good player or what list you brought. It's going to be about, who got first turn. So I feel like big games might not be as fun.
Yeah. Steve says, do any of you have any Titans? No, the biggest thing I've got is 8 Knights.
The biggest thing I've got is a Harridan.
Which we have yet to see.
Because I need a pin it. So I've never done that before in my life.
Oh.
Oh, man. If you get to make like Rugrats or like a little kid sort of version of a Primarchs and made them into like some sort of like TV show, what would the Primarchs all be like? Like I said that you'll have like Perturabo making like a Lego fort here, and then over here you've got again Dawn making like a Mega Block one. And they're just like lobbing each other stuff like anything like that. So it's like I thought it'd be really funny, and then you just got like Fulgrim in the corner, just like incessantly wanking off to a Care Bear or something like that.
Wow.
Well, that's Fulgrim. We don't. Then you just got like Mortarion out in the garden eating worms. What do you guys think of the new hover tank? I don't think like. I think hover stuff for Marines doesn't really fit. I would have been fine if it was like Predator size, but the fact that it is like Land Raider size makes me think it's just like way too big for being hover.
I'm going to nip to the toilet and I'm going to let you continue to host the show. So please continue.
I was going to ask how you would pin something that big with very large pins. It's mainly the wings. So it's like, I don't have a box big enough to put a Harridan in, like full model. So in my opinion, the wings need to be pinned. And it's like, I'm probably just going to get a proper full-on drill and just drill a hole into it and just put a giant fucking pole down it and into the thing. But I've never pinned anything in my life before. and I don't want to like crack open the arm of the wing or anything like that. So it'll be flipping difficult. If I mess it up, I'll be so fucking pissed. Hopefully I won't. Chibi Primarchs, yeah, yeah. It'll be like a great little series. It'll be really funny. You just got Vulcan running around, like playing with fire and fucking. Oh no, not Gulliman, Vulcan. And then Gulliman just like walks in and goes up to he goes like, "Daddy, look at my report card. Like, please look at my report card, Daddy." And then fucking what's his name? Horace is trying to like avoid his dad, so he doesn't have to give him his report card and shit like that. And like whenever fucking Horace swears, like I could see Horace being like a Stewie, and it's like I can see like Hori like whenever he swears, that San Grace just like bursts in the room, like swear jar, and shit like that. It'd be really funny. Yeah, Emperor's feet. Oh, that'd be so funny as well, man. Like, I totally would see like Lorgar being like a Matilda, where he's just like got this like oversized trolley full of books walking into the house and things like that. And you just got fucking um, Alfarius, who's just like absolutely like head over heels for like costumes, and he's in like a different costume every day. Like every time you see him, he's just got this different sort of outfit. But it's like one day he's just wearing the Predator outfit from Predator versus Alien, and the next day he's just fucking running around with fucking Buzz Lightyear or Fred Flintstone, something like that. Weird, funny. You got Kurz, who's just like dissecting a fucking rat. And then you got like, oh, where's the other two? Oh, they're just not here. They're at an after school club, and it's like, oh, the other two not coming home for dinner? No, they said they weren't feeling very well. I mean, you just never see the two missing legions. And then I'm trying to think of what would the other Primarchs be up to as well. See you later, Hey, Jacob, how you doing, man? And then you got flipping. You got Angron, who's like the peaceful, dumb idiot, like fucking Chewbacca, and he's like eating his cake, and then fucking a Lego piece from the Dawn and Pedrabo's little fight just like flings and lands in his fucking. He's got an ice cream, and like things just like hits the ice cream for, like, just before he licks it, and it just falls on the floor, and that's when he snaps and becomes this like crazy angry dude.
Okay, so Phil's obviously. Oh, you're back.
Oh, when did I leave? No, ideas. You weren't here.
I don't know. Is the truth.
No, oh my great ideas for Primarch Chibi.
Your mic keeps going off, I think.
You could hear me the whole time. You lied, Harry. You fucking lied, man. Bastard.
Couldn't hear you the whole time.
No, fucking Kiblam said I could hear me. You could hear me the whole time.
Well, something kept cutting out. I don't know whether you just went quiet and I thought you should have been talking, or I don't know. But yeah.
it'll be really funny if like Korax is like this really smart, deep, poetic fucking character. He's just like whenever he just like walks into his father, he just gives this like epic fucking Shakespearean monologue, and his father's just like, yeah, it's great. Now Sanguinius here, my lovely hawk boy, my fabulous hawk dude. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I consider having it so much. And like Magnus is like this innocent little kid, and Zinch is like the old fucking Herbert the pervert across the road. He's trying to like tempt him.
What's with all the language tonight? Anyway, very sweary tonight. Have you had a bad day?
What do you mean?
Every other word that you say is effing.
And when the hell have I said fucking?
Quite a lot.
I've not said it once.
You have.
Not even once, Harry. You imagining things.
I must say I'm enjoying painting your changeling mind.
Good. I fucking do. I mean, I don't chicken.
See.
Oh, fine. One. Good. Keep those Tourette's up, Phil. I'm actually auditioning for Tourette's the musical, so.
That's special.
No, it's not. It's quite boring, actually. Can't get a word out. Ba-dum-tsh.
Hey, you got Duracell batteries. You got Duracell batteries, Phil?
So, Jacob, have you bought your second Scorpius yet?
Yeah, Phil was telling me about the Scorpius, Jacob, and it sounds disgusting.
It's probably the most overpowered piece of crap that's come out of Forge World. Can't believe how cheap of piss the flipping Manticore is as well. So cheap and so powerful.
So, Chicken Bottom says, "Nice head, Harry. You're glaring up the new webcam with the gleam."
Yeah, Harry's trying to. He's auditioning for the game show, the quiz show, Eggheads.
And I've actually got hair tonight as well. I haven't cut my hair for about a week, 10 days.
I think you should grow it out.
I'm not growing hair.
Do it for charity.
Well, grow hair for charity.
Yeah, do it for the kids.
It's horrendous.
I think you should grow it out. We should see what your amazing L'Oreal.
Yeah, Phil, your mic's gone off again. Chicken Bottom says, "What are we painting?" I'm painting 2 changelings. I'm also painting one of them that I can't remember what it is, Plate Furnace, and 4 Castellan robots. So Phil's obviously gone again. Don't know what's up with his internet connection. Keep disappearing, Phil. Well, it's making a sound that he's coming back, but there you go, you're back again. I don't know why your internet keeps dropping, Phil.
It doesn't drop. You just freeze on me. You freeze on me, and then the web page refreshes because you're frozen on me.
That's odd. Very odd.
Need me to join. Jacob said he could join.
Okay. Send him the link.
No? It's your live stream, bastard.
What nice. Need me to join.
Got some Carradons on the go, mate, my friend.
Jacob Hall. Massage.
Don't know how long it'll be before the Carradons are battle ready, my friend, but they're getting there.
Even if we can get 1,000 point game in soon, that would be awesome.
I've never had 1,000 points painted because the way I paint, like in the order I've painted stuff. So
right,
it'll be as long, or I'll be just off my 2,000 points anyway.
Well, even then, I look forward to when you actually get them done so that we can play. Jacob says, okay, give me a few minutes to set up the laptop. So we will be having another guest in the form of the Warforge, aka Jacob.
Jacob really a guest though.
He what?
Is Jacob really a guest though?
Is he really a guest?
Yeah.
In what sense?
Is he really a guest?
Is he really a guest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a gear the gig.
It's all so quiet tonight.
Yeah, Destiny 2 beta was alright.
See, I don't play much computer games now. I wish I did, but I can't get into them.
I mean, it was alright to the point where it's like I'd rather play the Destiny 2 beta than Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer because, you know, I can actually move without lagging in Destiny 2. And there is
Andromeda multiplayer being broke, like.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculously bad. So at the moment, it was all right when it was like on release and shit like that. Like, it hasn't even gone to its like 5th month yet. Like, and it's basically everyone he's been working on is essentially just gone because they're working on Anthem rather than on a franchise that already has a fan base and a loyal fan base of that. Like, I haven't even got all my like Ultimate Edition or whatever it was shit because it hasn't even gone past 5 months yet, and it's still utter fucking unplayable, the multiplayer. I mean, the story is arguably better than Mass Effect 3's ending, but the rest of it's just such a wreck that it's like, and then knowing that like, they're not doing any DLC for it is like, so it gets me to a point where I'm like, well, I'm really half tempted to go and trade in the game, and I hardly ever trade in the game. And it's like, you know, it'll be worth it. Like, I thought me getting Halo Wars 2 and Mass Effect Andromeda so close to each other meant that Halo Wars 2 was going to suffer because I was going to play Mass Effect Andromeda non-stop. I went and got 100% completion, and I haven't touched Mass Effect Andromeda since, whereas I've played Halo Wars 2 so damn much. I'm still playing fucking Halo 5, and that's saying something.
I've never played 5. I enjoyed 4 when that came out. I did enjoy 4. Phil. Phil.
What?
Are you going to bring your dreadnoughts round on Thursday?
My dreadnoughts?
Yes.
Yeah, I could do that.
So I can start stripping them for you. Is Jacob attempting to join us?
I know, yeah. Oh, yeah, Jacob's in the 20. Woo. I mean, don't take us any offense, Harry. Please don't go to the 20.
Why?
Go on, you there?
Why? Because of my list.
Well, for starters, right? You know, the last time we went with Tony, you were like, I'm not doing with Tony again. Now you're just going because you can table me.
Well, it's not just you, is it?
Well, you know. I mean, who's going to play Sean, Harry? Who's going to play Sean? Think of Sean. Think of the Sean.
I'll sort out with Sean. Christ, what are you doing? Brain your laptop with a hammer?
Not do anything. Noise coming from yours. I'm not doing anything at all.
I think it's fibbing.
What? I'm fucking here painting. You doing?
You don't need to swear, you know.
I said ficking, so get lost.
Oh, Phil. What would life be without you?
Pretty fucking shit. You'll probably want to, you know, I'll probably wake up and just want to kill myself.
Well, that's great.
But then I wake up from my bad dream and realize that I'm Phil and fuck that, I'm awesome. Hope I win best paint. Oh yeah, that's another reason you can't come.
Why?
You'll win best painted.
No, I won't. Not with me on it.
I want a chance, man. I want a chance. I actually feel like I might be the only one with a fully painted army. I just don't know who else is going. Because in all the previous ones, I'm being fully painted. Winning fully painted would be the best thing ever.
Wolfray, hey guys, sorry I'm late at the party. Hello, Sharpie.
Awesome if I won fully painted with my Caradons because I'm spending so much time on them.
That would be really good if you did, like.
The AOS ones have such good painted players. Such good painted stuff that I feel like it's going to be impossible.
Yeah, the painting standard at the AOS tourney was absolutely out of this world, like.
And I know it's good that everyone's got their stuff painted, but it's like, just once, can I not be the loser? Just this once.
You're not a loser, Phil. You'll always be a winner in my eyes.
Yeah, that's like a mother saying, "Oh, you're special to me." You got a face.
When am I your mother?
What?
Since when am I your mother?
No, I said it's like it. Did I say you were? No, I said like. Use your grammar. How about you get Grammarly? Because everyone loves that advert on YouTube. That advert can eat dicks. I'm sick of fucking hearing it. And that time I mean the F word. Sick to death of hearing Grammarly. If I could, I would literally pay like 10 times as much as the advert just to remove it from YouTube.
Remove what?
The adverts for Grammarly.
Dude, it's something called ad block.
No, because if you do ad block, the person who has the advert on their stuff doesn't get like the revenue from the advert. So it's like I would literally pay the same amount the advert would give if it played like full every single time, just so I don't have to listen to that stupid Grammarly adverts. I just hate it. I absolutely hate it. Yes, you did miss much. People are asking for Nids versus Nurgle stuff, Wolf. Yes, just being slur. You love my Scorpius. The Scorpius can eat a bag of dicks. Seriously, can't. A flipping head. Your Scorpius is a Doyle unit for a Doyle army. For a Doyle leader as well. Because I status bombed that dude. Took him back to my ship and interrogated him all night long.
All night long.
All night.
All night long.
All night. All
Night long.
all night.
Oh, what feeling. Dancing on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Shabby says also need to ask an idea to make gun barrels. I've seen people using a white plastic card. Any idea? Yeah, just use some white plastic rod. You should be able to get for almost nothing on eBay. Actually, if Kublams is still here, he's probably the guy to ask about plastic cards and stuff. He does all sorts.
Hello.
Hi, Jacob.
Die a painful death.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, but your internet's really poor.
Yeah. Can you hear us?
Yes.
You hear this cunt? Oh god.
Right. You can.
Scared the fuck out.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting because Skype can't record this. And
You sound literally like a Dalek right now. You got like a voice change actor or something.
I can. Oh,
Oh gosh.
yeah.
Sounds like you're freaking stabbing it. Gibbs back.
Who's back?
Professor Gibbs. I mean Gibbs.
Oh, Phil, look who's in the chat.
Well,
Ah, yes. You like it. You like it.
can we please ban him? Please, Harry. I don't like it when he calls us Phil well.
Kablams, Sharpie, Wolfred has a question about using plastic card for gun barrels.
Painting towel in white was a good idea. Yeah, me. Kill me.
Yeah, Maka, I thought painting towel white was a good idea. Look. And I've got 48 Fire Warriors to paint.
If you want to get another good idea about painting white, go to the Dark Artisan YouTube channel. He's got tons of bad ideas. What was that one bad idea, Harry?
Painting 48 Fire Warriors white.
No, it's that one. Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, I'll go back and redo all the light and.
Surreal says, did you at least prime white? No, I primed it black.
That's the worst thing to prime white with. Hey, what are you going to prime white with? The opposite color to what it is. Oh, wow.
Brilliant idea. It works fantastically.
Next thing I'm painting for me orcs, currently semi undercoated. No, not at the moment. I'm getting up more raptors because, you know, trends. The next thing I'll
Jacob, your
I
web
love
so bad because you've got a light shining straight at it, and you sound like a Dalek when you talk.
Yeah. There we go. I'm going to be...
You can say exterminate.
No.
Just normally.
What?
Just say exterminate. Jacob?
Hey. Just going to be 2 seconds as I'm going to grab my raptors. I'm going to start painting 2 a day. 2 a day. Oh, that's going to be fun.
You look like a Dalek. What the hell's happened, Jacob? Yeah, Jacob definitely put on his Dalek voice chamber. Getting to wash.
I don't know what to do now.
Getting to wash bronze all day.
Do I continue the changelings or do I continue the plague furnace, or do I crack the airbrush out?
Crack the
What?
crack the changelings.
Crack all the changelings. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because they'll just get out the way, won't they? Like, once they're done.
Yeah.
Then after I say plague furnace.
Plague furnace isn't actually that far off being done either.
Yeah, and then you'll have 2 projects down. Well, 3 really.
What's this for?
Jacob, say exterminate again.
Exterminate.
Oh, okay, I wasn't very robotic then.
I wasn't like saying in a Dalek manner. But I am wanting an army of Daleks for a certain game.
I think you might need to
We
restart.
now have official IP Daleks. I want some because ever since when I started in 2007, I've always been a Dalek maniac. I'm getting an army of Daleks. I don't care why, I just need an army of Daleks.
You're a maniac.
Jacob, I think you might need
I know I'm
to
a Dalek.
restart your laptop because your microphone's really bad.
Yeah. It's weird. Hang on.
Is your
Where's
headset that you use on Xbox able to plug into the laptop?
Find out.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
Your microphone is a lot clearer now.
Yeah, I feel like
It's just because I'm far away from it. I think that's what it is. Right, hang on.
Well,
Wish
you're
me luck.
talking and it's pretty clear, so if you can keep that up.
Hello?
Yep, that's pretty clear.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Hear us. Can you
Craig
hear
says,
us?
do you guys know what time it is? It's shameful. No, I don't, because my brushes are blocking the view of the screen.
Right. I wonder if there's any seconds. Or not. I don't think you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Is there an actual chunks? Well, ain't this sweet?
Jacob, is everything actually clear and working now?
Can you hear us?
Yes.
You can hear me, Mike?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. save, whatever that. I don't know what's happening there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to log off Facebook because that usually takes a lot of whatever it is. So can we press the arrow? Can we actually press the arrow? Please log out. Oh, God. This is why I need to defrag this.
Jake, try rebooting your laptop.
No, it's not that. It's computer's naturally slow because I need to defrag it. Errors, so that's okay. The stream should, well, my stream on my end
If
should
anyone wants to donate a new laptop or a mic to Jacob, go ahead.
would appreciate it. Then I can whack in some new editing software, and I'll be very happy. I'm going to try and do some digital art for my channel, because when I get me night lords all painted and stuff, I want to be doing battle reports, obviously. Yeah. Hang on. No, that's logged out.
You know you all day long. Do the wash on this, and I'll probably have to go. Okay.
Yeah, it is getting pretty late, so I'm probably not going to be much longer.
Yeah. Let's disconnect the microphone though. So which two should I start painting? Yeah. Like I said,
guys, what army would you want him to do?
Who's this?
No, I'm asking the audience. Audience interaction.
Yeah, what army does the one who do?
You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I'm army.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
I'm not.
You are.
Pretty sure I'm not.
You are.
Pretty sure I'm not.
You are.
What am I getting?
Primaris.
It's not a new army, that's an expansion of my Blood Angels.
I think the Night Lords need to be sure who's boss again.
Yeah, I need to do more battle reports and stuff.
And I'm going to show them.
Jacob, how many points of Night Lords have you actually got painted so we can do a bat rep again?
No idea. Absolutely no idea now, because I haven't even, like, I've only pointed up the stuff that I want to use. I haven't really pointed up all the stuff that's painted.
Okay.
This is up to it, because after the Great Catastrophe, it just keeps falling apart now.
Yeah, would you ever go back to doing elections again?
Sorry?
I'm asking a kid a question.
I hope so.
Well, I was asking it. You kid, Jacob?
What?
You kid punk? Huh? You Korax, bitch.
No.
You can status bomb his ass, bitch. That was a fucking fun as fuck Death Watch game.
It was a good game, but I know next time not to bother trying to do a duel with those fucking status bombs.
Yeah, did a gentleman's agreement for Artemis and Korax to meet in the middle and just out with each other, and I just status bombed Korax to death. First time, like Korax didn't even get a swing, and I just lobbed a grenade at him and froze him in a status bomb and dragged his ass off to be interrogated.
Phil, say librarian. I'm only saying that, right? His name's Koraxis, not Korax. He's not some Raven guard, son.
Well, he is now.
Well, there's a plot twist and a half, isn't it?
He's Alfarius.
Is he the Alpha Furious?
No, he's just Alfarius. He's not special.
So
Everything's
Kiblam's
Alfarius.
at some point. Yeah, let us know when it is, Craig. But drop us a message or post it in the Wargame Content Creator group, and I'll try and tune in if I'm free at some point. But I'm so busy between filming my own games, editing the games, painting. Yeah, it's a.
You don't need Harry, kid. I'll be there.
There you go. Phil says he'll join you for definite.
I'll be there.
I'll join if I can.
I'll be there. With or without you, I'll be there. Musical weekend.
Well, what? Sorry. Like I said, what I was wanting to do for me Night Lords, at least, for me bat reps when I get everything painted, was to make them different from other people's channels and do like fluff segments instead of having it as written text, as more of an audio drama. So it's like, because you know how I found that app that makes it sound like a Space Marine on my phone.
Yeah.
Because I can send them as WAV files to SoundCloud, stuff like that. Do a lot more. I'm going to try and find some sound files for bolters and chainsaws from the Space Marine game. And I'm going to try and do more fluff segments at the end. So when you get a turnover view, you get a more fluff approach to what happened within the context of the actual battle itself. I think that could be a nice way to be just different from other channels.
That would be a really good idea, actually. I mean, me and Phil mentioned about using the that app to do like the voice acting bits and everything. But like, if you've got the time to sit and put all those extra sound effects and everything in, I think it would work really, really well.
For me, I want to do that, and I want to start doing a bit of digital art. You know how Forge World does its artwork with the models and stuff?
Mm.
I'm going to do something more like that. So at the moment, I'm trying to find a tablet or a laptop tablet thing that can support the Adobe hack away a bit more with Photoshop, because I'm already like a little bit experienced because I do all the Spider-Man cards and Spider-Man miniatures game. But so I know like bits and pieces, but I want to do like my own bits of like artwork with like my own models and other people's models, more like the Photoshop looks. So that when I do these audio dramas, you get a picture so that it looks like it's been made and it looks in the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do something like that. And at the moment, I do have my eyes set on it, but I've got to basically just dispatch or just basically get the stuff ready. I've just got to be patient, look at my options and look for the best options I can get, and then practice.
So I am jumping back to the Plague Furnace at the minute. I'm alternating between.
I know kablams. My internet is bad.
Are you at home or
Just can't get it right.
Yeah, student accommodation.
The contract ended, so I'm back in town and at the moment, but I'm going back into accommodation because I've just paid off my deposit today.
Well, hopefully your internet at your next accommodation is better.
Yeah, It's been a while. Like I say, it's just I want to do loads of streams and stuff like that. It's just, I think what it is very internet heavy play or data usage heavy place because we're all students there and everyone's like sucker punched inside the phones and all that. It puts a lot of strain to stream, but I'm going to try. Now, reminders, I've got 3 more Knox updates which are on private right now, but I'm just going to switch over the thumbnail looking a lot more attractive, and then I'm going to put them all on public.
Cool.
So I've got 3 more videos to put up. Sorry?
What updates are they?
Updates. It's me contempt of the twin carriers assault cannons. The second one's me Scorpius. I mean, last one is me Decimator, because I've now officially based me Decimator. And I've just basically said how it fares in 8th edition. And
what, the Decimator?
So,
you know, I went and just heavy thunderhammered it. I was like, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I'm giving it another shot because I gave me Carrier's assault cannons Contempt of Dread another shot against you, and it was beautiful in that, and I liked it. So I'm going to give me Decimator another shot because me Contempt it didn't do very well because it just got las cannoned in the backside really hard, and I reckon if I use me Decimator a bit better, where I can take on a single heavy unit like a HQ or a monster or something, I think it's more effective at doing of a monster killer than it is being a unit killer because it's 3 damage per attack, 5 attacks. So it's like, 15 damage potential. Plus, I'm stuck in between of whether I want a Leviathan because I want it for the model, or the Atropos because I really like them. Well, I'm starting to want
definitely a Atropos.
Yeah, and my only thing is it's now about 600 points, so it's like, do I want it? Because if I'm putting that in, and that's a big bullet magnet, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Atropos is pretty cool, man.
Oh yeah, it is good. It is nice, it is cool, and I like it. And I think it's the dirty, underhand weaponry that most loyalist chapters shun. Well, I'm a Night Lord, so underhand shit's our thing.
Phil, somebody's messaged in the chat for you.
Saying, what? I need help if you could pick a free car between Ford Mondeo or Hyundai Sonata. Which one would you pick? Number 3. Played any more 40k games, Jacob?
Not at the moment because, I've said to everyone, I'm busy painting up my stuff. I want to paint up my stuff. The only thing I've done today, because I was in Sunderland paying off my deposit, I went to see the Battle Bunker, saw Just, and I helped him seal some scatter terrain with PVA glue.
Oh, sweet.
That was it. But at the moment, it's I'm just wanting to paint up my stuff, only because I think everyone benefits from seeing a painted army. These guys as well, because
we were talking about that earlier, about the Sigmar tournament. It was so nice to turn up and see everybody with painted armies, and it just looked phenomenal.
Yeah. Like I say, I take a long time for my stuff, admittedly, but it all done, painted, dusted, and sorted. So I remember having me World Eaters for a brief time. Up, and it was nice to see a painted army. Back then.
What about your Are you expecting to be fully painted for the tournament this Saturday?
No, because I'm still bringing the 15 warp talons, but I've lost some of the chain bits from the converted ones, like the properly kit bashed ones.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy another 5 raptors because I'm the raptor guy, and I'm going to just get the forge road upgrades and just build 5 more different one for skull head, so I can identify the captain or make a different head entirely.
Pyra.
But
More
what I'm-
raptors? More?
I know, I'm a bad man. I'm a bad man. But what I've figured out is I'm going to start me Hellright, me sorcerer again, because if I launch those 2 from reserve into battle, time on me warp talon unit, and because it has to be more than 9 inches away, it gets free 12-inch movement, mitigating the 9-inch barrier, you could say. So instead of having to charge 10 inches, I can just move 12 inches and get in target. My only obstacle is deny the witch, but that's it.
An Overwatch. Oh no, you don't get to do it.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
Surreal says,
How just so I can do.
if you got the new cam, I take it it's Harry since he's not just a bright white light. Yeah, I received a donation via PayPal by Mr. Rick Lewis. So I basically said I'll put good use in getting myself a new webcam, as I was using the laptop previously. I am going to implement it as a top-down for some games so that when I'm playing, I can live stream them, and I'm going to use it for painting sessions when I work out how to mount it on my desk facing down, and I can film while I'm painting. So, yes.
Okay, doctor. Okay. No, we're gonna keep playing time.
That's how the judgment day.
It's more of like the Dark Eldar theme now.
Is that just the Covens?
Yeah, they got the fucking Necron thing all over again now.
Yeah, admittedly, I would love to do Dark Eldar and the Starboard Cabals, because I love the aesthetic. I love the idea of just having a load of pirates and hoverboats, and I love the Incubi models like so much. Like they give me like.
Can do a mech list better than Necrons.
Honestly, it's like, for me, it's not the case of how good they are. It's just I love the models, and I love how they're all like hoverboats, and like
It's
the
not about
Incubi
how
models are
good
just
they are.
gorgeous.
It's like how in 7th edition, how Tau could do a better monster list than Tyranids. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Well, I think it makes sense to all the Dark Eldar players.
Well, of course, it's going to make sense to them because it suits them.
Yes.
A powerful mech list. Necrons don't. Doesn't make any sense.
Surreal says that the detail is actually crazy on the cam. I'm pleased that it looks that good. Obviously, we need to test it playing down at the, what do you call it, models whilst I'm filming. I don't know how to like adjust the settings and stuff on it, so I might have to get like Sharpie to come and have a look at it. Unless Phil knows, and Phil can sort it out on Thursday. A bit more techy than me. Yeah. Yeah. Do Scooby-Doo.
What do you mean?
Do your impression of Scooby-Doo?
I could do a Scooby-Doo.
Well, you're pretty close there.
How am I close?
Ask where Shaggy
is. I can't do it.
Do you Wookie?
Oh.
Surreal says, anyone else think the Dark Eldar Ravager is just a rip-off of the ship Han Solo was thrown into and the Sarlacc pit from?
I mean, sorry, but nothing could be more rip-off than High Fleet Juggermonda, because that is quite literally the Starship Troopers bug scheme. Off thing 40k has done, I feel. To be fair, I'm very tempted to just start a High Fleet Juggermonda force, then try and get a guard player and do a massive campaign with them. Just literally rip off the first film, replace certain jargon with 40k jargon. There we go. Let's have fun.
You can actually buy the miniatures for Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
And
beautiful. Have you seen? Sorry, yeah. Have you seen the versions? What someone's done?
No, but did you know there's a new Starship Troopers film coming out, and the guy that played Rico, Dizzy, are voicing them.
Yeah, I just don't like the animated ones. If it was a live action one, I'd be fine. If it was a good live action, because we don't talk about number 2, and we had disowned number.
Number 3 is okay because it's got giant mechs, but outside of that, it's let's try everyone.
Number 3, they start talking about finding religion and shit and bug religion, right? What the fuck's going on?
God, I just found Jesus, and that's how you beat the bugs.
The only words that should be said in a Starship Troopers film is, "Come on, you apes, do you want to live forever?" That's it. They don't need to say anything else.
I don't know, I think, Would You Like to Know More is a bit more iconic.
Would you like to know more? I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Obviously, if you click the Dark Arts unsubscribe button, you can learn more. That was cheesy and bad, and I should be ashamed, but I feel good. I need to find After Effects and do that. Would you like to know more? Subscribe below.
Would you like to know more? That is brilliant. That is actually brilliant.
Yeah, that is fantastic. I'm surprised when I was saying, I was like, yeah, okay.
Harry's Roughnecks! Hoorah!
No, he's the bugs. He has the turrets. So do you. The Renegades and Heretics.
Yeah.
Yes, Satanic Starship Troopers. We'll go for that.
Can you do any accents?
To be fair,
you.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm just painting blue.
How about you, Harry? Can you do any accents?
Accents?
Yeah.
The only accent I can do, or impression that I can do, is an impression of my friend Alex.
Well, we don't know who your friend Alex is now, do we?
No.
Exactly. So it's not really we're going to know whether it's accurate or not. Yeah, Harry, the quality on the cam is so good. I can see the paper towel on the windowsill, even when you're in the small square.
Oh, that's brilliant, champion.
Oh, this ironclad is so big. Well, I think the ironclad's about. I'll say 50% done. That's how I've hit the halfway mark. I've got the highlight the pink, do the cream, wash the cream, highlight the cream, do the black, highlight the black, and then I've got to do the dry brushing on the bronze and silvers on the big old, and then do the cream, the pink, and the black on them. And I'll do the infantry bits, I'll do the hold up bits, and then all the little scattering bits for it as well. So, and then the gunner hasn't even got a lick of paint on it other than the primer, so I need to do the gunner as well. I say I'm about 50% in. Been so much so far. Oh, takes a life out of me. Paradise. Wait for the tournament next Saturday, Jacob, so I can tailor against you.
Oh yeah, we need the fiddle system and like vote for each other.
Nah, I've got on my list and I'm testing against Harry on Thursday.
I still need to make a list because I want to bring as much painted stuff as I possibly can in, but I want to bring my Raptors in. So,
well, the thing is, your Raptors, like the Raptors mix it and the World Talents mix it with Scorpius is so fucking deadly. It's just that the only reason I have it is because I'm Tyranids.
Jacob, do your Raptors do anything special when they do strike in, or do you just have to get lucky through the 9-inch charge?
You just have to get lucky through the 9-inch charge, but you can use more time to try and mitigate it. Also, you've also got stratagems, command point to reroll charge distances.
Yeah. But it's like
in addition,
you don't fire Overwatch against them. If you put the sorcerer nearby and gets warp time off, the guaranteed.
You don't fire Overwatch against Raptors.
The warp talents. You
don't get to fire Overwatch against warp talents.
Yeah, it's kind of like a Banshee.
Overwatch against warp talents.
Well, that sucks.
It's really good.
It's great because what I want to do is I want to do 15 of them in a massive conga line in front of a Tau gun line, then multi-charge.
Yeah, and it's like, or is it like one attack per dude, but they get 2 extra attacks because the lightning claws? Is that right?
Yes, and then 3 attacks to the champion. So 15 of them is 410 points.
45 attacks, 46 attacks with lightning claws.
How do you get 2 extra attacks because of lightning claws?
You get 1 attack base, and then you get an extra attack as the FAQ confirms for having a pair of lightning claws.
Right,
so the champion. Then the champion has 2 attacks base plus 1 for a pair of lightning claws. So that's 3
31,
attacks.
not 46.
Right, so it's 2 attacks each, not 3.
Yeah.
Right, because I thought you said 3, and I was like, what? How do you get 3?
No. It's the champion that gets 3.
They're good, though.
Surreal's just said after
what scares me is the Raptors with the Melkins because they're 12-inch range and Jacob could just defect them 9 inches away, and it's like, ah! Thank you.
I think you kill them or you don't.
So Surreal's just said.
What do you say, Harry?
So Surreal's just said in the comments, after watching all the 8th edition bat reps for Necrons, I'm liking that they don't lose much.
Necrons was always meant to be a hard game, and I appreciate what they do with them because I like Necrons.
I don't think they're as powerful as what they were. They die easier, but the fact that they can reanimate like what they used to do is nice.
Yeah.
I think my game versus Michael, obviously spoilers coming up here, if you haven't watched it already, is... Right, well, I guess I can't talk about it because Phil still hasn't watched it.
Yeah, I watch things in intervals only because I can't, unless I'm doing a solid paint stream, I can't focus on 2.5 hours. I just need to watch in intervals, and that's what I've been doing at the moment.
He said, the loss of the Decurion, what happened to Tombblades? Tombblades still look decent, it's just there's other stuff there I would rather take.
To me, they look like that vehicle that teacher made in South Park where he like sits on a dick and sucks off a dick and then it drives around. They look a lot like
one thing I do like, and I must give props to both Games Workshop and Forge World here, is now we've lost the Decurions and stuff, the keyword system, the Forge World stuff, they've applied the same areas. So when you make a force, you'll now be given the benefits of whatever your chapter or your legion or whatever it is, the Games Workshop plastic stuff, but also to the Forge World stuff. So my Contemptors can get the same benefits of being a Night Lord, plastic like Raptors and stuff. Like the Tomb Blades, when the Dynasties come out for the Necron Codex, the Tomb Stalker that was used in that game will receive the same benefits as the rest of the army.
Yeah,
from whatever Dynasty, and I like that.
I can't wait to see the Flare Corps. like if they have like special rules where it's like it's the dynasty that's all about their flayed stuff, I'll be pretty. And
I'm just interested to see,
agree with the destroyers do replace tomb plates, and their rightful place destroyers should be. Destroyers are so powerful. They can always be powerful. They're great. They're a menace. They are a menace to society. I want pictures. I want them now. Hashtag James, Jonah James.
What are you doing? Why are you bringing Microsoft Office on? No, hang on. In that process, I don't even know what was happening there. Why are things popping up? Minimize that then. So I have to give props to Games Workshop. Although I have found third-party sources, Mad Robot miniatures. They do like these some sort of makeshift gas mask helmets that I really like. On the Night Lords, Renegades, and Heretics, as well as Cultists, was I wanted to get a much more themed approach from like Mining Worlds, because that's what they do to get the adamantium ore, not adamantium, but whatever Space Marine armor is. And Raid for Slaves, a load of people, bring them on the ships. So what would they use most likely for armor would be mining gear. And what do the Genestealer cultists have? Mining gear. So what I'm wanting to do is replace the heads and all the Genestealer iconography with the Mad Robot heads that I found I want. And because they've all got autoguns, I can just slap autoguns on all of them. They'll end up looking quite Night Lordy with the right paint scheme, I feel. And I think it'll be different because it's not the stereotypical satanic, like, worshipping cultists that you see from Dark Vengeance.
Surreal says flyers just do a spiral now from corner to corner, and I totally agree. Basically, the fact that you can't fly off the board now means that you've got no choice but to just go around in a giant circle.
That's what flyers do, though.
Well, yeah, but there's so little maneuverability. Like a 6x4, when you've got a minimum move of 20 inches, is not a lot.
I know what you mean. It's on 6x4 table.
Like
I say, I mean,
right now.
What?
Grab the rulebook right now.
Why?
Go to Death from the Skies.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Where they can actually go off the board.
Yeah, I know.
Why are you going around saying that they can't go off the board?
There's a match player that can't.
Oh, right. Never mind.
I kind of like that restriction, though.
Way to bring in a flyer with hover, because that's like way better, because you can control yourself a little bit.
Yeah, but then as soon as you go anything that's Imperial, you don't have hover.
Don't Storm Ravens have hover?
Flyer that's not Imperial that has hover.
Corvus? Oh no, not Imperial. Not Imperial.
Yep.
Let me go over the flyer. Well, if you look at let's look at the Dog Eldar first. Then. Well, the Eldar in general. All there's a jet.
Chaos Stormbird.
Chaos Stormbird, little shade. Eldrick?
Yeah, right.
Eldrick can go to hover, right?
No, it doesn't have supersonic, so therefore it never goes into fly mode. You just move it as you want.
Oh. Well, that's pretty cool.
Where's the
Yeah, it's basically the same as your Harpy and Hive Cron now.
The Necron ones could never hover in the first place. The Eldar ones could never hover in the first place.
Yeah.
The Tau ones could never hover in the first place.
Storm Eagle can.
Non-Imperium
can.
Non-Imperium.
Yeah. Chaos stuff.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Chaos.
I like to read through in between the lines. Interceptor. Though I kind of want to do a conversion for a Xiphon Interceptor, because you know how the Xiphon Interceptor is just basically 40k's Viper. Yeah. Well, I found that like Revel does Viper kits, and what I was wanting to do was to get the Vendetta kit on the wings, and I've got like these the Basilisk kit, and I was thinking if I just whack it on an actual like Games Workshop flying stand, and then paint it in night loads of colours, I'll have a storm. Well, I'll have a Xiphon Interceptor to shoot down toasters when I fight Necrons.
Toasters.
Yeah. Have you not heard that? Have you not seen Battlestar Galactica?
Toasters.
Yeah, they call it.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
Never toasters. Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica was brilliant.
That's why I want a Viper conversion. Have Night Lord's Viper conversion, where I'm just flying around the board, shooting down Necron croissants. Yeah. But yeah. Orcs. Orcs, I think the Chinook copter, I believe.
Gentlemen, it's midnight.
Good.
And I'm quite tired. And I need to go to work in the morning. And as much as I would love to continue and listen to Jacob's mumbled ramblings, I'm going to have to head off, I think.
Fair enough. Bonjour.
As ever, it has been an absolute pleasure, gentlemen. And I thank the viewers for tuning in. I thank you two gentlemen for joining me and putting up with my uselessness and horrible, crappy banter.
You're welcome.
And on that note, I'm downing tools, and I'm going to head to bed for the night.
All right, see you later. This is Warpforge signing out.
Yeah, good night.
Good night.
Au revoir.